Good day, good day, good day, my good loving humans. Good day, good day, good day. Here we are, ready to be completely present, ready to keep the main thing the main thing. Travelers headed up the street called trust, headed to the ultimate destination that is the Tower of Power, that is the understanding of self. Here we are, climbing within into that super suit. I switched that one up. Ready to take the proactive choice of planting our feet in front of us and saying that freedom is at our feet, that we can be free from the past and unafraid of the future because we are practiced at being present. Here we are. Here we are, ready to flex our willpower muscle by engaging in this beautiful habit together with our minds separate yet one. Let us set the container. I came on just a little bit earlier today just to make sure that all the systems were working, because yesterday was what I think they call a kerfuffle. It was just loading and loading and loading, and then I realized there were all of these lives popping up on all of the social media platforms. It was too much fun. My brother, Scott Mishley, will often joke when something big is about to go down. He'll shrug and say, "Let's see how it goes." Well, it's mostly done in jest for things that we absolutely cannot control. And it has me thinking a lot lately, and even more so after yesterday and not being able to join you all live. I'm sharing out today something that I stopped doing some time ago, and I didn't realize that I had stopped. Which is interesting when you are unconditioning yourself and your only intention is really to just, relax. I'm often often still surprised at the number of things in my life that meditation has improved. And so what I'm about to share is one of them. I no longer obsess over conversations that haven't happened yet. I'm no longer studying the conversations beforehand, is what I mean to say, so that I can be in spirited debate. No. So that I can get the upper hand, or get my point across, so that I can dot all of my I's and cross all of my T's in my argument. This means that I am not preparing to talk anymore. I am not planning my attacks or where I will be disagreeing and when I will be loving and understanding. So let me say that this has never been like a puppeteer situation or anything like that. These pre-talks weren't maniacal or devious or dictatorial in any particular type of way. And yet they were full of prejudgments, full of what I thought would happen, full of conceived notions of how the other person was going to react to whatever information I was bestowing upon them, whatever wisdom I was dropping down, and all that jazz. I believe that it was a game of possibilities that started for me, because I'm terrified of being rejected. So the justification of thinking through all of the places that a conversation could go and to essentially prepare answers for each direction seemed logical and necessary, so that I wouldn't be rejected, which is actually an emotion or an emotional response to social situations. Anyway, I just realized that. And also that I wanted to protect myself. I wanted to not feel... What is it though, really? It's like, I didn't want to be rejected. I wanted to make sure that I was protected. I wanted not to feel neglected. I wanted to be respected. I wanted to be divested of any wrongdoing. And before I absolutely spin off into some sort of rhyme trap, seriously though, it is also built into our culture, right? To have a snappy answer, to be called the witty one, to be the Sherlock Holmes of other people's thoughts and actions, to be the knower, the I see dead people, sixth sensor kind of thing. No thanks, man. meditation has removed that barrier for me in many ways. The barrier feeling like I am going to be rejected all the time. And I also realize that this is a new one, that I'm finding that there are surprises from myself and from others in conversation when I just enter into the conversation with my inner and outer body more congruent. And that I can continue to show up with an energy that is centered, not from turning over every rock of possibility, rather from just letting go of my egoic position, that any one of us is right. It's like no longer feeling that I need to prepare a face to meet the faces that I meet, which I say this all the time. It's actually T.S. Eliot from the Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Now, what I want to make sure that I drill down on here is I'm not suggesting that I don't think about the topic at hand, especially if it's a really important conversation that's going to need to be had, a difficult conversation that is going to need to be had. And what I am saying is that I set an intention. And that's kind of about it. So, outside of skipping a step yesterday, the little hiccup of social media, this week was about diving into another principle. And the principle is to know when you are contributing to a problem, instead of what we all do, a lot of, which is ignoring our contribution to the problem in conversation. So what I mean to say, I guess, at the end of it all is, let's see how it goes. I took a really long time to bring that all the way around it, and in my notes it felt much more quickly. It's only been like 5 minutes though, or 5.5 minutes. Anyway, see, I'm judging myself. So how do we get there from here? We get there by going within. I am sorry, I'm like completely giddy now. We get there from going within, into our best selves, with beginner's minds, with patience, with faith, and with devotion. Devotion. Devotion, devotion, devotion. Because really, devotion is intention, and devotion is affirmation, right? Rather than impatience, rather than indifference, rather than mistrust. I'm losing my voice. I have to clear it now. Please forgive me. No pressure today, Michael. None whatsoever. So for now, I think I have it. Let us become who we were meant to be today. Really, I clear my throat before each and every one of these. I don't know, man. This meditation, it seeks to help you set your intentions. It seeks to connect you to the universe that is you. It seeks to boldly go where no one has gone before, deeper and deeper into the epicenter of our circles. A focused mind is a concentrated mind, and a concentrated mind is a satisfied mind. And a satisfied mind and a concentrated mind, it's a curious one. So say we all. I know that I want to believe. So let us now all together begin to breathe. These are going to be beautiful, beautiful, deep diaphragm breaths. We're going to breathe from in the belly as you have the belly. If you have stomach and the interior of the belly, up into the chest, up into the head, bringing that belly, that breath all the way up and in. At the top, a light pause and a free fall. No need to feel the need to expel the air, because we're not trying to hyperventilate. You're going to just let that air go. Drop it out. And in through the nose or out through the mouth, whatever works for you. I primarily enjoy just breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. It's the way to have the most oxygenated air coming into the body. Whole nother thing. Anyway, speaking of, I'll tell you on the flip side what I think is going on with my giddiness right now. So here we go. If you're seated, your feet are to the floor and your palms are in your lap. If you're lying down, each limb is touching a surface. If you are standing like me, a little tai chi, keeping your legs shoulder width apart, it's doable. If you're in the lotus, I dare say you know what to do. Eyes wide open as you have them, if you have them, what you have of sight. Completely aware of all that is surrounding us, the senses, and as we take things in, pictures of the past, windows of the future, the floors, the doors, and all of it. Breathing deep. And release. 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 2 more times. Breathing deep. And release. Breathing deep. Final time. And release. This time allowing the breath to fold into the physiology. For those with sight, closing the eyes, allowing the lids to flutter close and removing the sense and focusing that attention down onto all you have, what you have, as you have, lower limbs, feet, ankles, toes, fascia of the soles, calves, knees and joints, long hamstrings, weighty quads, thick glutes, all together squeezing down, drawing in, creating tension, overriding tension, noticing all of the tension, noticing that as you take hold of one compartment, you lose focus of another, taking them all in together, squeezing down the muscle, the sinew, the ligament, the tendon, all together. And when you have it, let go. Let go and find the root, find the line of the spine, the chakra, sacral and solar plexus, find the heart center, as you have it, if you have it, what you have, the ribs and the cage, the miles of digestive tract, the stomach and brain belly, all together drawing in, taking hold that root, drawing in the abdomen, squeezing down the pectoral, tightly wound all together, overriding tension, focused attention. And when you have it, torso tight, let go. Let go and feel that release up into the upper back, the shoulders and neck, as you have them, if you have them, what you have, bicep and tricep, forearms and wrist and palms and digits. All together drawing in, squeezing down, tightly wound. Focused attention, overriding tension. And when you have it all together, noticing all of the tension, let go. Feeling the object form falling away, the release of the outer body going into the head. Eyes and sockets as you have them, if you have them, what you have, ears and lobes, teeth, tongue, gums, skin of the cheeks, follicles of hair, sinus, crown, throat, squeeze down, drawing in, calling attention, focused attention, overriding tension. And when you have it all together, let go. Letting go of the outer body, go of the outer shell, the membrane, focusing your attention on the vibration of tone, the reverberation of voice. Feeling the sunshine beaming from your pocket. Letting go to the circle. Letting go of each distraction, of each thought bubble. Release without attachment. Do not feel the need to not think. Just let go of each attachment. Letting go to the center of your sphere of influence. Letting go. Feeling this moment of your self-awareness growing and expanding into the space. Feeling consciousness rising in you, filling the sphere of influence. In this moment of complete self-control, focused awareness, you use your will to choose imagination, to be the artist of you, the creator of an image. Each artist uses an instrument, be it pen, brush, chisel, guitar, drum, voice. Choose your instrument for now. And on the vast expanse of your self-awareness with long, smooth strokes, strums, or hums, create the image of a flowing scarf. Long, flowing scarf. You set the scene. As you flow, connect to the connection that is flowing inside of you. Let the tones tell you. Let the colors come. As you flow, connect to the connection that is the cosmic you, the universe that is you. As you set this image, as you create this scene, allow the scene to float in the expanse of your self-awareness. Let go now of that instrument. Let go of imagination. Let go of will. And in consciousness, be. If you have been here before, be for the first time. In the complexity is simplicity. Of your mind's eye now, reach for your scene, holding it up to the sunshine that is beaming from your pocket. Begin to smooth it into a ball that will exist, as a universe inside of you. Holding the ball out in front of you now. Peer one more time into your scene and see the image of your flowing scarf. And as you do, release the ball, allowing it to drop and splash into the center of your circle, allowing it to push out as a ripple. And as that ripple pushes forth, let go of all that you do not know. Let go of all that you may not understand. Let go of all that you cannot control. And that is okay. And as you feel that ripple pushing forth, as you feel the pulsing, feel your circle growing and expanding from your acceptance, and in affirmation say, I will use my self-awareness to focus on what I can control. I will use my will to focus on what I can control. I will use my imagination to focus on what I can control. I will use consciousness to focus on what I can control. I am the programmer, and this is my program. This is the space that exists in between the stimulus and the response, the space where I stand in the center of my circle, where I have the freedom to choose my responses. I want to believe, so say we all. And now begin to call your attention back to a light breath, and with a breath light, allow the world back onto the head and neck and shoulders. Calling attention back to a light breath, and with a breath light, allow the world back on to the heart center, and with a bright light breath and a breath light, allow the world back onto the body. And as you have them, if you have them, what you have and all that you have, allow the world back onto the upper and lower limbs. Allow the world back into the brain belly. Take hold of your root. Begin to flutter open your lids. And with all that you have, as you have your senses, focus now on the you of today, the you of this moment, the you who has never left, the focused you, the sharpened you, the you who is not broken, the you that knows that you can use the power of your imagination to see yourself long enough in any situation to choose your responses, the you that knows that you are not the drop in the ocean, that you are the ocean in the drop, and that we, my good humans, we are the tide. If you have that cold water, do drink it down. If you have the time, please spend the time writing down how will you use the image of that flowing scarf to set an intention, and then to let the conversation take you, let the moment take you, to trust your instincts, to trust your mindfulness, to trust that you know what is best for you, to trust that you can understand your emotions in the moment, to trust that you can have a difficult conversation, and to not feel the need to prepare so much that you go into it with judgment. My good humans, write it all down so that later on today, when the world is bearing down upon you, you can take this meditation in to the moment, in to that moment, with mindfulness. This is where we observe ourselves without evaluating our being, because that is the highest form of intelligence, as Krishnamurti says. I dare say it is the highest form of consciousness, at least right now, until we can actually better communicate with the cephalopods. Indeed. I was laughing, I feel like I was laughing earlier, because I have been doing a lot of Kundalini breathing in the last week or so. I have taught myself I've taught myself the breath of fire. It's making me a little giddy. So, I don't know. Just to let you all know, for the most part, all of you out there, whoever you are the first people that I come into commune with each and every morning after nearly 2 hours of being in meditation and yoga and running, moving about the earth, and plunging myself in cold water, and now in Wim, breathing deep, and now the breath of fire, which is an awful lot. And here I am, as happy as ever, apparently. Peace and love, my good humans. The song today is Kool and the Gang, Celebration. Peace and love. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Peace and love. Stay safe. Stay safe. I love you individually.